Hi everyone. Today I want to make a video about the world of manifesting, because a lot of manifestors they think they know the answer. They think they know the answer to life. They think they know the answer to how it happens, but they don't. They don't know the answer. They think they know the answer. They can, make their own rules up and believe them. And then it happens, because the core of every religion is belief. And you're going to tell me that, other religions are wrong just because, you don't believe in it and it doesn't happen for you doesn't mean that, just because someone else believes in something else doesn't mean that that's not true, kind of thing. So it's like this. When you manifest, it's a scientific happening that happens because, certain aspects of the world are coming together piece by piece to create, it's like a puzzle. And, the puzzle pieces are, floating around energetically. And it's just, coming together piece by piece, via energy. And energy is literally the whole of mankind and everything in existence. But what we as human beings don't understand is how and why, more like why these things happen. So I'm going to use this as an example, because this happened to me. I was thinking about how I wanted to move out. And I was like, well, I'm going to need a luggage. I'm going to need a luggage. So I go on a walk. I go to the gym. And then on my way to the gym, there's a brand new luggage on the side of the road. And I'm like, well, isn't that fucking funny? Because I was just thinking about how I just needed a luggage if I wanted to move out. And all of a sudden, the same day, there's a fucking luggage on the side of the road telling me to get the fuck out of my house, apparently. Apparently that's what it's doing. It's telling me something. And I don't understand how the universe or whatever, my environment can tell me something unless it knows me and unless it's alive and unless it knows my needs and what I'm thinking, because apparently that's what it is. I don't know how that's happening. Nobody can explain scientifically, why this happens. There is no scientific proof of anything. So we need to use science to get the answer, because you can think and make up shit in your head and believe it and it'll happen. You know why? Is because belief and our thoughts, our energy and our belief systems. Energy, emotion, thoughts. It's all three of those things. But it's very confusing because, it can be about, I'm going to tell you guys something. When I was younger, I was 19. I was walking around town and I was listening to Ghostmane, and I have this story on my YouTube channel. It's called My Scary Manifestations. I don't like talking about it, but I'll talk about it for an example, because this is a strange happening that happened to me, and it was because of my thoughts. I think thoughts have a lot to do with it, the words in your head floating around or whatever, and my emotions. Okay, so here's what I was doing. I was walking around town, listening to Ghostmane, and all of a sudden, for no reason at all, I just started to believe that Ghostmane was the devil's music. So I was just like, okay, this is definitely the devil's music. Even though I love Ghostmane, I just decided to start doing that. I didn't really decide to, it just kind of happened. And I was like, okay. And then, because he just kept talking about, death and murder. And I was like, wait a second. Is this evil to listen to? And then I was like, wait a second. Is this the devil talking to me? And, literally, guys, the devil, I thought the devil was, talking to me through his music, because it was, talking about murder and stuff. And, that music, it brings this, evil within me out. I don't know. Like, it just makes me so angry, and it makes me think about those things. Like, about killing people. I mean, it talks about it, first of all, so it's gonna be in your head. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. I was thinking about, you know, the devil. I was like, oh my god, well, oh, it's the devil's music, the devil's talking to me, blah, blah, blah. You know, that kind of thing. And, like, literally, I'm not, like, I was only around town for fucking 10 fucking minutes. And the weirdest thing happened to me, okay? I was walking around town thinking about how it was the devil, and then I was like a little scared because I was believing it, because I was like, this kind of makes sense, and I was like, the devil's talking to me through the music, and I shit you fucking not, when I was thinking these things, just the weirdest thing happened, okay? I never believed in the devil for like 10 fucking minutes, and I look on the wall, okay? And on the wall, there's a fucking moth. And guess what the moth had on its fucking wings? An upside down cross. It had an upside down cross on its wings within the 10 minutes that I was having these thoughts and emotions. Never happened to me before in my life, but it's gonna happen now. How the fuck does that make any sense? Answer me this, fucking scientists. Like, I'm not throwing shade at you scientists. I'm just telling you, I want the answer. Hello? There is scientific research that needs to be done. I can't do it, but I can definitely give you some help. I can help you. That's what I can do. You watch my channel, and I'll help you, because I'll give you questions that you can answer, but I can't. Not all of them. I can't answer all of them, but I could definitely help you, because you'll have topics to research. You'll know more about, you know, what to research, what to look for. So I'm technically researching this internally. So I'm doing this in my head, because events like that have happened to me so many times that I know there's something funky going on in here. And it affects everything around you. And I'm actually going to tell you something about what happened to me at work, because this was recent, and I think it's a manifestation of some sort. So, I was sitting here at work. I was at work, and I was literally thinking, you know, whatever. This girl at work, I'm not going to say any names, but, like, literally, she was talking about, like, beating people up and stuff, and, like, she was talking about how her tits were flying out and shit, and I was, like, watching her, listening to her story, I was, like, okay, it's like, you know, oh, okay, like, you know, that kind of thing, and I was, like, this, huh, okay, like, I was just listening, because she was, like, shouting it to the whole room, so I was, like, oh, okay, and, like, literally, she, out of nowhere, just said, like, the girl kind of looked like you, and I was, like, why the fuck would you tell me that? First of fucking all. Second of all, like, literally, bitch, who the fuck are you? Like, what? She kind of look like you. Like, bitch, that is unnecessary to say, first of all. Second of all, what the fuck? Like, why would you say that to your coworker, first of all? Not only is that going to make me feel threatened, it's going to make me not like you. Like, literally, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Sounds like a bit of a threat. A little. But anyway, I was upset at her for the longest time, because literally, what the fuck? Why would you say that? I don't give a fuck if she looked like me or not. You don't fucking go around saying that to your fucking coworker, that you look like some girl you choked and beat the shit out of, bitch. Who the fuck are you? Like, literally. But anyway, literally, I was thinking to myself, like, she's pretty nice most of the time, but, like, that was just really weird, and, like, I don't know. She's just really weird, and she told me, like, she beat up, like, little kids and shit, for, like, beating up her son or something, but, like, literally, they're, like, I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Like, I don't know. You can't call the police or something? But anyway, literally, I don't know, I just thought it was weird. So, I was thinking in my head, okay, this bitch wants to beat me up or something. Like, literally. And, like, I was scared to say hi to her because I was just like, I don't even know if I want to talk to you, first of fucking all. And second of all, are you gonna attack me? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, cause she seems kind of crazy. She beats up little kids and shit. It's just, like, kind of weird. I don't know. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll say hi to her because I don't like working with her and I just want to get over that. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'll say hi to her and see how it goes. And literally, I thought she wanted to beat me up before I said that. And then, like, literally when I said hi to her, she was, like, pretending to punch me and shit. And I was just like, oh, okay. Well, that just confirms what I thought was true, didn't it? Like, it's stuff like that. It's like my thoughts and my emotions are, like, becoming real. Kind of like a dream. Sort of. Like a dream. I don't know. Because, like, in a dream, you have thoughts and emotions, and then they become... Maybe what you see is the thoughts and emotions. Like, that's how a dream works. Maybe that's how real life is. Maybe we're in, like, God's dream. That's what I think about. But, like, there's gotta be some fucking science around it. But all I can do is give you information. Because information is important. So, if anyone has ever had weird stuff like this happen, literally just tell me about it because I want to know. Like, literally, I want to know. You got to tell me what you were thinking about and how you were feeling. Just be very specific because I want to see, like, what it is. Like, what is going on? Like, why does this happen? So, I have so many examples. There's just a lot. And I can name off all of them. I don't know. They're all so weird, and some of them are just really creepy. So, I'm going to tell you guys about the time I went camping with my ex. This one is a scary one. It's probably about the fucking scariest one I've ever had. I made a video about this before. I made it more like a story thing, but I mean, it's real. That really happened to me, and it scared the fucking living shit out of me. I thought I was like, what the fuck? So here's what happened, okay? And I want you to explain this manifestation, guys. Explain it, okay? Because explain it with science the best you fucking can, because I don't think you have the answer. Because guess fucking what? When you think you know everything, that just means you don't. And that's a fucking fact. Especially when you have no science behind what you're talking about. This stuff is metaphysics, and it is not, like, physical necessarily. I mean, it is to an extent, but, like, there's also these internal cognitive things that are inside of our head that, you know, they have, like, these gears that, like, you know, and, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But, like, literally, life is so crazy. So I'm going to tell you the story. And it scared the shit out of me. So, me and my abusive ex, Miles, I'm going to name him because, well, why the fuck not? That's his fucking name. So, him and I went camping for fucking whatever reason, I don't know. Because we honestly fucking hated each other when we were dating each other, so we shouldn't have even went camping, honestly. So, here's what happened. We went camping, we had s'mores and whatever. It was okay. And then we went to sleep after we had sex, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, I woke up at the dead fucking middle of the night, probably about 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm gonna think about 3 in the morning. That sounds about right. The sun wasn't up at all. Like, I know I was awake. That much is true. Because I know I did not go back to sleep after that. That's fucking why. Because that shit scared the living fuck out of me. I'm gonna tell you that fucking much. This is what happened, okay? I woke up, and I was having these thoughts. And these thoughts were like, I'm God. I'm, you know, oh my God, I'm in Miles's body, blah, blah, blah. Like, they were just weird, shitty, weird thoughts that I shouldn't be having in the forest at 3 a.m., but I was. So I was like, oh my God, I'm God, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was internally freaking out, and I was literally scared because I don't know why I was scared, honestly. I guess it was nighttime, and I was next to him, and I was just like, I guess I was afraid of him pretty much because he used to, like, beat me up and shit. Oh, gross. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Okay, so literally what happened was I decided to ask him questions in my thoughts. Okay, I decided to ask him questions in my thoughts, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask him questions if I'm God, okay? Because God is inside of everyone, and God will give me the answer, okay? If I'm God, he's gonna answer me, okay? Through my thoughts. Oh, bitch, I did not think he was gonna actually fucking answer, because I only thought these questions, okay? So literally, I sat there and thought the fucking question, and I was like, what was my first question? I forgot. Because I asked him, like, 3 questions. The first question, I think it was like something like, can you hear me? Or like, do you know what I'm thinking? Or something like that. And like literally, I looked over at him and he went like this. I was like, oh bitch. Like literally, what the fuck? You're gonna do that? Like right after I asked that fucking question and I was like, oh my God, thinking I'm God, having all these weird thoughts, and then that's gonna happen? Bitch? What? That's not normal. That's not normal. Okay, so what I did was I asked him another question because I was like, okay, maybe that's just a fluke. It's a fluke in the universe at 3 a.m. in the dark, and I'm scared as fuck having all these weird thoughts and all this weird shit's happening. Oh, bitch. I did not expect him to fucking answer it again because I asked him another question. Okay. What was the question? Oh my God. I know I asked him 3 questions. The first one was like, can you hear me? Or like something like that. The second one was, I don't know, something. And then the third one, to confirm it one more time, was, am I God? And literally, after each one of these questions, he answered it immediately. In his head, I did not say these words. I only thought them, okay? Apparently, we were telepathically connected. We were brain coupling, even though we weren't in love. Brain coupling is real. Brain coupling is a scientific thing that happens when your brain waves sync together. Okay? But we were not in love. And brain coupling only is proven to happen when you're, like, in love. But we were not in love. We were in hate with each other. So I think that's what it was. I think we were brain coupling in the middle of the night. And I think that, honestly, that's what it was. And, like, literally, he literally scared the living fuck out of me because I remember, bruh, I was literally fucking scared already. And, like, literally, he's answering my thoughts in his fucking sleep, bitch. What the fuck? I already know I did not say those fucking questions in reality. How the fuck did you answer my question 3 fucking times? The fuck? But that's not it. That's not all that happened that night. So, like, literally, after that, I got so fucking scared. I got so afraid, and I was like, ah! Like, literally, in the middle of the fucking night, this shit's happening to me when I'm already scared, and I'm having all these weird thoughts, like, I'm God, blah, 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 and then he's telling me that after I ask a question, if I'm God in my head, he answers it? What the fuck? Like, what the actual fuck? That's not okay. That's not normal. God, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Okay, so, like, literally. Oh, God, bitch. So, after that, I was so scared. Like, I was literally so scared, bitch. I was so scared, and I was literally like, okay. And then I started thinking all these scary thoughts. And I started thinking about, like, the rake and, like, just everything scary that could have ever happened. And I just had this thought, and I was like, I broke the Matrix. And then right when I thought that, I hear glass shatter in the fucking background. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, no fucking way. And then after that, like, that moment was just like, I could not get over that for weeks. Weeks. I could not get over that for weeks. I could not stop thinking about it. I was like, oh my God. I just fucking broke the Matrix, and, like, literally, that shit was so scary. Like, to hear glass shatter in the middle of the forest right after you thought you broke the Matrix, right after your boyfriend starts answering your thoughts in his fucking sleep. Like, what the fuck? That's not normal. That's not normal. And this actually fucking happened to me. Like, I made a video about it before, but like literally this happened to me. It is a memory in my brain forever, and I don't like talking about it, but I feel like for scientific reasons, why not? So like literally, I think that's what it was. I think we were brain coupling because that would explain it, but it's also like brain coupling hasn't been like, I mean, neuroscience like hasn't been studied enough to fully explain brain coupling and stuff. But I think that like I think that we're always brain coupling with other people via emotions. That's why you can feel people's vibe, is because we're brain coupling, bitch. We're brain coupling. Our thoughts and emotions are coupled together in little energetic forces, like going, you know, talking to each other through our brains. That's what I think. And that's why you can feel someone's vibes and their emotion, and you kind of know what they're thinking through their emotion, because that's what it feels like to be telepathic. It's not words, it's more feeling, okay? Telepathy isn't about words, it's about feeling, okay? Yeah. So empathy, telepathy, the same fucking thing. That's literally it. So, I don't know. I'm just telling you guys this because I just think it's really weird, and I think it's important. I think fucking life is weird as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Why did that happen? Like, even to this day, I still don't know why the fuck that happened. Like, literally, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck's that gonna happen? Yeah, that's not the only weird experience I had with him. I had quite a few. But, yeah, they were all bad. So, yeah. I just had a very negative time with him. Yeah, it was like I was in hell. I was in hell. But, yeah. The Ghostman one was really weird, too. But, like, that definitely did not scare me as much as that night. Oh, my God. I don't think I've ever been as scared. No. Because that shit... That scared the fuck out of me. Like, literally. That's like, what the fuck? I don't know. Like, I remember and I was like... Yeah. It's still in my memory. Yeah. I almost want to cry. But, I'm not. I'm not gonna cry because that happened when I was like 19. I'm 23 now, so I kind of got over it. But I'm gonna share some more weird experiences with you guys because I like this topic and I wish more people would talk about their weird experiences because I think it's so interesting. And I really just don't know. I'm gonna talk to you guys about the time where I was a stoner. So I used to smoke weed all the time, okay? And then I used to get paranoid. So there was a point where I started to think that the weed my stepdad was giving me was, he put rat poison in it. I started thinking like that. And then I shit you not, after I started thinking that and believing it, I started to smoke the weed and I would like hallucinate after I did that. Like after I thought that. Like, and before that never happened, but after I started thinking that he like laced it with rat poison and shit, it started fucking with me. Like I started like hallucinating. Like when I say hallucinating, I mean like I was not here. Like I was in pattern world where I didn't want to be because it didn't even feel good at all. Like it felt like shit. Like honestly. Oh, I did not want to be in pattern world. I want to be in real life, okay? I don't know. But yeah, and that's also a weird one. What else? What else is there? There's a lot. Oh, we're gonna talk about my friend Kali in Hawaii. Oh, Lord. So, before I met Kali, I remember specifically saying that I would, like, meet my soulmate or whatever in Hawaii, and I was like, her name is gonna be unique. It's gonna be like a goddess name. And then I started like looking up names, and I was like, okay, Kali. Yeah, that's a cool name. And I shit you not, like 4 or 5 years go by, and literally I go to Hawaii, and I go in a hostel, and I meet Heidi, which is her mom. And then I didn't know that she had a daughter. And then like 2 weeks go by, and then I see this blonde girl, and I'm like, oh, who's that? She's cute, blah, blah, blah. And like literally, her name was Kali, and like before I met her, I told myself that like this person would be like super into manifesting and stuff like me. And like I literally fucking okay, I predicted not only her hair color, her eye color, and her name, but the fact that she liked manifesting as well. So all of those things, literally. And I never told her that because I didn't want her to like feel weird. But like, I think she's like my friend soulmate at least. I don't mean like my romantic soulmate, but definitely my friend soulmate, because that's exactly, her name is the same. And I specifically remember like being like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a goddess name, because like when people are into manifesting, they feel like a god or goddess pretty much. And that's literally why. And like literally, she had the name Kali. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that was weird. And then after that, I remember, you know, being in the hostel in Hawaii, you know, because that's the only place I could stay for cheap. And literally, I ended up wishing for, you know, a young girl that lived in the hostel, because Kali didn't live in the hostel. She just came to visit her mom for like 2 days. So it wasn't like there forever, because I was one of the only women there, me and Heidi pretty much, and then this girl named Julie who didn't live there, but she was around. But literally, because we were in a room with a bunch of old men, and we all had to sleep in the same room. So I was like, God, can I please have a young girl, please, in the hostel, please. And literally, like, I think like a month goes by or something, and literally there's this girl who was also into manifesting. What the fuck? I never meet anyone here into manifesting, and all of a sudden I go over there and there's everyone's into manifesting. The fuck? I don't know. But literally, it was really weird, because I was like, oh my god, I got what I wanted, you know? And like, she was super friendly, super nice. She was like a model. She's like an Asian model. She's so pretty. But like, her and Kali are both pretty. They're all pretty. But like, literally. And then after that, there's this kid that lived in the hostel. He was like 18, 19. I forgot his name. It was Keppa. That's what his name was. It was Keppa. Oh god, Keppa. Oh, but Keppa always talked about this girl named Sunny, and she was like this black girl, and he was like, she was this lovely black girl, and I asked her to cuddle with me, and she came in my bed, and I fucked the shit out of her. I was like, oh, okay. So like literally, I was walking around town, and I never met this girl named Sunny. You know, I never met this girl, but I was like walking around, and then I saw these people walking in the distance, and I saw this black girl with really pretty hair and a nice body, and I was like, she looks like she would be a Sunny, because that's, you know, some beautiful girl that I would picture him, you know, talking that good stuff about. And like literally, that girl was Sunny. Isn't that so weird? Like, that girl that I saw in the distance that I was thinking was Sunny, because I ended up having an interaction with her later, because she came to the hostel with her boyfriend, her new boyfriend, when the other guy was still there, so that's weird. But literally, she was just talking to the guys there and stuff, and like literally, she like complimented my hair and stuff. She was really pretty, but like literally, that was just really weird, because I was like, oh my god, no way, that was actually Sunny. I was just guessing. Like, it was just a thought in my head. I was like, yeah, if he's talking about this girl that's super pretty, I think that would be her. And, like, literally it was. I was just like, what the fuck? No fucking way. Just weird. experiences like that. Like, that all happened within like 2 months. The Hawaii thing anyway. Not the Miles thing, the creepy ones, no. But the Hawaiian ones did, yeah. And what else did I manifest? I think that was it for that. I was only there for a few months. But yeah. So that's what happened there. It's really weird. You know, really weird experiences. I would definitely say that, I felt like a movie a little bit at that time. Like when I went to Hawaii, you know, and I just decided to leave. I don't know. Just felt like it. So yeah, and, I don't know, I just felt really weird. Felt really weird, you know? What else can I talk about? I could talk about Elijah. So I already had a video about this, like, during my spiritual awakening. He was this man I met in my spiritual awakening when I was 18. And I was watching Infinite Waters, and, like, literally, if you guys know Infinite Waters, he's this guy that talks about, like, spirituality and stuff like that, and waking up, and stuff like that. And at that time, I was waking up, and I was just, like, having these signs from God that I've never had before. And God was, like, speaking to me through songs, through synchronicities, and I know that that's what it was doing. And literally, I don't know, I was just watching him, and I was like, you know, I started having these weird signs. Like, I was thinking about my dog getting old and fat, and I was like, what should I do? Should I take my dog for a walk? And, like, literally, right after I thought that, he was like, yes, take your dog for a walk. I was like, what the fuck? I was just thinking if I should take my dog for a walk or not because he's getting old and fat. And he's like, yes, take your dog for a walk. And he said that twice. I said, oh my God, what the fuck? And literally, that's not the only thing. I don't know, his videos really helped me, but it's also just, like, I had, like, synchronicities, like, I decided to make a YouTube channel, and this was a while ago. I had a YouTube channel before I made this one, but, yeah, it told me to make a YouTube channel, and I made one. And then Infinite Waters was like, your blessings coming up right now. And then the video ended, and then all of a sudden, like, my video uploaded right at the same second. And, like, I think the time was 11:11 too. So that was just really weird. So, I don't know. I think what I'm doing here is trying to find like-minded people, not, like, be famous, really. I just want to find people that, like, understand me, because it's hard to find in this world people that understand you, you know? And I don't know, I just feel like having a connection with somebody is a good thing. I don't know, I want to, like, understand other people and, like normal people, but I can't. Like, I just can't. So that's that. And then, like, he would always talk about, like, the cat down the road. And in my head, I was thinking, is the cat down the road my soulmate? And, like, literally, I was like, oh my God, he's talking about my soulmate, the cat down the road. And then I was just thinking to myself, my soulmate was, like, living down the road from me. Just a silly shit. And, you know, like, a while goes by, 6 months, I don't know, 8 months, I don't know how long it was. But, yeah. And then I go on Facebook, and I'm, you know, looking, and I see this really hot guy with long blonde hair, and I'm like, he is so hot. And then he was friends, well, I think he was this guy's cousin that my friend was dating. His name was Moises. He was his cousin. And I was like, oh, cool. So I was, like, thinking to myself, he probably likes bike riding and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll add him. And, like, literally on his profile, he had this picture of a girl with a gap in her teeth. She was a model. And I was thinking to myself, is that a sign? I was like, that's a sign. He likes me. He likes gaps. So, like, literally, I was like, okay, that's so cool. Like, he's, like, the hottest guy I've ever seen. Like, blah, blah, blah. And, like, literally, me and him, like, I thought to myself, like, this guy would have a crush on me. I thought to myself that he would, you know, comment on my posts and stuff like that. You know, just stuff like that. It's just natural for me to think that. I don't know why. But, literally, he did comment on my posts. And I was like, holy fuck, no fucking way. Because he was so cute. And I was like, oh my god. He's commenting on my posts. Ah! Like, literally. And then, like, I made a post about Audacity. And, like, he was, like, commenting on those posts. He's like, oh, talking about Audacity and blah, blah, blah. And, like, how, like, music and shit. I don't know. And then, like, I decided to, like, post, like, who wants to go on a bike ride together? Because, like, I know his cousin liked bike riding, so I just kind of figured that he would. And I was right, because he's like, yeah, I'll go with you. I love bike riding. And I was like, yes! So, like, literally, we started, like, texting each other. And, like, literally, that same day, pretty much, I had something in my head that told me to go on a walk with my dogs, okay? It told me to go on a walk with my dogs. And I'm just realizing something. I think that dog walking thing kind of matched up with the Elijah thing, because it got me out of the house in order to have this event happen. Because I don't know, I was just in the routine of walking my dogs every day, and then something told me to walk my dog, and I was like, okay, well, I'll go. And, like, literally, that shit actually makes sense, because it told me to, like, get out of the house so I can meet this guy. So, like, that's literally what happened. And, like, literally, during that time, I was so depressed. I was so sad. And, like, God was talking to me and shit, and I was like, okay, God's talking to me. And, like, literally, I go outside, and I walk my dogs, and I just go down the street, just a little, not even very far from my house, like, literally, like, not even a street, okay? And here comes Elijah pulling up on his bike, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no fucking way. It's Elijah. I said, what the fuck? It's Elijah! Like, literally, what the flying fuck? I just started talking to him on Facebook, and we just decided to go on a bike ride together. And I don't know, it was just all of a sudden, like, I don't know. It was just really weird. And I was like, no fucking way. And, like, literally, I was thinking to myself after I saw him, I was like, oh my god, I have a feeling he's gonna message me, and I have a feeling he's gonna, like, tell me, like, ask if that was me, and, like, I think he's gonna think it's weird, because I did. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back home and see if he texted me. And surely enough, he texted me exactly what I thought he would. He's like, oh my god, I just saw you, that's so weird. And I was like, oh my god, I know. And then he's literally like, it's because I just started talking to you today, and, like, I've never seen you before, and all of a sudden, like, after we start talking, I see you for the first time. Like, that's so weird. And, like, I was like, yeah, isn't that so weird? And, like, literally, it's just so weird. I don't know. Like, I don't know, I've never really had anything like that happen, you know? It's just so weird. The flying fuck. I don't know, I just thought it was so weird. That's not the only thing. I'm gonna tell you guys, like, the whole thing. So, literally, after that, like, we started, like, I think we went on a bike ride after that. I think it was, like, a week later, because, I don't know, we were talking for a while, and then we were like, oh, okay, well, we should go on a bike ride together, and then, like, I was always so shy. So this is also why this guy was so important to me, because he helped me get out of my shell, because I was so depressed. I was literally doing nothing but being inside of my house all the time, just listening to the same song over and over again, like, literally, and watching Infinite Waters, having God talk to me, being awakened, and all this shit. And then literally, so we go on a bike ride. And, you know, actually before that, I'm going to tell you guys, during this time I was watching tarot card videos too. And the tarot card videos told me that I'd be meeting my soulmate and, you know, I'd be having multiple love interests, and that stuff happened to be true. And it said I would be getting my soulmate that month, and sure enough, he asked me on a date that month and blah, blah, blah. So here's what happened. So what was I doing? We went on the bike ride, and literally on the bike ride, I was just kind of, like, I was being more extroverted than I was ever in my whole life because I wanted to keep him in my life and I wanted him to like me. And I was like, okay, well, I have to talk to him if he wants to like me. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna, like, talk to him and stuff. And, like, literally, I was keeping my thoughts controlled. Like, I was keeping them very controlled. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh, he probably thinks I look like Moises, and he probably thinks that, like, I don't know, I'm like a female version of Moises. I don't know, because I always thought he was gay. And, like, literally, I don't know. I always thought I was gay too, but then, yeah, I'll explain what happens. But, like, literally, like, it was just some weird thoughts I was having, but they were all controlled, and they were all, like, I was trying to make it positive because I was like, okay, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this happen because I have to keep my thoughts under control for this to work out. So literally, I was having only thoughts that I wanted. I was using my imagination to create, you know, the thoughts that I was just, you know, wanting in my head. You know, I want to think these things. So that's what I did. I thought them. And I thought he thought I was so cute, blah, blah, blah. So literally, after we're done bike riding and walking through the forest, he told me, like, when I got home and when we parted ways, he told me, hey, I think you're really cute and I want to take you out on a date. And I was like, oh my God, because I already had a feeling he was going to take me out on a date. So I was like, what the fuck? Because I already told myself that. I told myself, I have a feeling he's going to take me out on a date and ask me out on a date. And literally, he asked me out on a date. So, yeah. You got to tell yourself what you want to happen, okay? So, like, literally, this is what happened, bruh. I'm telling y'all the whole spiel. Because everything was so weird, you know? It was like, it was important. It was a spiritual awakening. It was, you know, during my time of spiritual awakening and my time of becoming, you know, more social. And I think he got me out of my box and God was talking to me at the same time. I don't know. It was just really weird. And then so we went on the date. And on the date, Moises wanted to come ruin the date. Motherfucker, because he worked at this place that Elijah took me to, apparently. And then, like, Moises, his cousin, came over to us and started talking to Elijah the whole time, and I was like, are you fucking serious? We're on a date. Like, we're on a date. I didn't say anything, but I was thinking it. I was like, we're on a date. Like, can you fucking leave me alone? Like, what the flying fuck? What the flying fuck? Can you fucking leave me alone, bitch? Like, what the fuck? We're on a date. You fucking leave me the fuck alone. I don't know. But, like, literally. I don't know. But, yeah, that pissed me off. Oh, Moises. Oh, Moises. So, anyway. Yeah. And I just hated that. I was like, oh, this motherfucker. Because, like, I had a feeling that they were, like, secretly gay for each other, but I was like, I already knew. Like, it wasn't a feeling, I already knew. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I was like, okay, well, Moises, you can try to ruin the day because you're jealous, but you can't. Goodbye. So, like, literally. And then after that, I told Elijah, I was like, after we left the date, I was like, Elijah, your cousin was talking to you the whole time, and I just thought that was really rude and weird. And he was like, okay, well, yeah, you're right. And then he's like, well, I didn't want to be rude to him, you know, by saying, oh, well, we want you to get the fuck out of here, you know. It's like, I understand that, but it's also, he should understand that you're on a date. Hello. Yeah, the flying fuck. And, like, they were just having, like, a weird sexual conversation about, like, I think he's, like, telling him he's gonna get, like, sweaty in the forest or something, like, in the waterfall. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. The flying fuck? I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Nasty ass, motherfucker. So, like, literally, I said, what the fuck? But, yeah. So, that happened. And, like, literally, I was like, okay, great. You ruined the date. And then I told Elijah, at least. At least I told him how I felt, and I didn't just leave because, you know, if you like somebody, you gotta make it work, and you gotta communicate, you know? You don't just, like, leave, you know? I liked him. I thought he was cute as pie. I really did. But it's just, like, that part, no. There was parts I didn't like about Elijah, but there's a lot that I did like, and I think the stuff that I did like kind of outweighed it. I mean, I've never felt like that for anybody, even now, so there's that. But, I mean, he'll always have a special place in my heart, honestly, because, honestly, he's like a spiritual awakening. Like, literally, the human embodiment of a spiritual awakening for me. It was just really weird. So, I'm going to talk about the first time me and him touched. So, this part was fucking weird. So, we were, like, at his house, and I don't know, I think this was, like, a few days after the date. We went to his house and, like, drank a little and watched some movies on his couch, and literally, like, I don't know, I could not stop cracking up. Like, I literally could not stop cracking up. I don't know why, because he was, like, scrolling through Netflix, and he could not find something he wanted to watch, and I was like, okay, well, you want to watch this show, like, Corpse Bride, and he's like, okay, and then we started watching it, and then he's like, oh, no, I don't like this one, but then I started cracking up, because it's like, I hated that he didn't like it, but, like, I don't know why I couldn't stop laughing. Like, I really just couldn't stop laughing. I really don't know. Like, I don't know. There's just something funny in there. And then, like, I literally, like, I don't know. The whole time I could not stop laughing. And, like, he's like, ha. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that I can't stop laughing. And then he's like, okay, well, it's okay because I like your laugh. And I said, okay, bitch, whatever. So, like, literally, he said, your laugh is cute. I said, oh. Thanks, bitch. No, thanks. But anyway, I was like, literally, okay. So, like, I don't know, that was funny. And, like, we weren't cuddling at that time, but, like, later we did. But I'm gonna tell you how it happened. So, like, literally, I was, like, sitting on the couch, and then he's, like, over there, like, far away, and then I'm like, okay. And then, like, I started, like, feeling my vagina throb. Like, I know that's a weird way to, like, attract something, but, like, I was like, oh my god, why is my vagina throbbing? Because, like, growing up, I always thought I was a lesbian. So, like, having a man next to me when my vagina's throbbing is just a little weird, because that's never happened, and I just was like, oh, my vagina's throbbing, and this guy's right here, this hot guy's right here, you know? I was like, oh, okay. Like, literally, bitch, the fuck? So I was like, okay. Apparently I'm not gay. So, like, literally, I was just like, okay, well, I wonder if his dick's throbbing. I wonder if it was. I don't know. I never asked. But, like, literally, it might have been. It might have been. Because, you know, emotions, thoughts, and energy, you know, just feeling the vibe, apparently. I don't know. But, like, literally, bitch, I thought he was going to ask me to cuddle with him, and, you know, I think, like, a minute goes by after I thought that. I was like, oh my god, I think he wants me to cuddle with him, and, like, literally a minute goes by, and then he asked me if I want to cuddle with him, and I'm like, oh my god, no way, he just asked me if I want to cuddle with him. Like, I literally, like, I was just thinking that, like, you know, like, a minute ago, and, like, all of a sudden, and then I was like, okay. So, like, we cuddled, and, like, literally, like, when we cuddled, oh my god. Okay, so this wasn't the first time we touched. It was the second time we touched that I felt the magic. But the first time we touched, I liked it. He smelled like cigarettes, but he also smelled gross. And as cute as he was, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. He just smelled gross a little bit. But, sorry. I don't know. Sometimes you just need to take a shower. Maybe he was bike riding. I don't know. That might have been it. But anyway. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So we cuddled. I liked it. And then, like, literally, I spent the night at his house that night, but I did not cuddle with him in bed, like, at all. Like, his bed was tiny, and, like, I literally, and then, like, when we were on the couch, he's like, well, it's getting late, and then I was like, okay, and then he's like, do you want to spend the night? And I was like, okay, but I'm not, you're not cuddling with me. And then he's like, oh, okay. Like, because we were cuddling on the couch, but I'm not going to cuddle with you in bed. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to do that. And, like, literally, he's like, oh, okay. So, like, we went to bed together. Like, and his bed's not big, so we just didn't touch. Like, even though I wanted to, but I didn't. Like, I just didn't trust him. He's a playboy, you know? He's like one of those pretty boy playboys. Like, what the fuck? Why would I want to cuddle with you in bed? The fuck? So after that, you know how I said I thought he was a playboy? Thoughts during this whole interaction always turned out to be correct. So that's why I tried to keep them controlled, but I didn't try to control that. So I think that might have been the problem. So I was thinking to myself, oh, he's probably going to cheat on me. He's talking to other girls, blah, blah, blah. So literally, on our second date, he asked me out for sushi. Okay? And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to go get sushi, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to go have a picnic. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. So he's so good at dates. But unfortunately, I got in the car, and he got a big-ass hickey on his neck. I was like, because that's why I didn't want to cuddle with him in bed, because I thought stuff like that was going to happen, and sure fucking enough, it did. And I'm going to tell you guys, I was like, okay, so I'm going to tell you guys, I didn't really get mad at him. I was just like, I asked him about it, because I was like, so, what's that hickey on your neck? I don't know. It's like, nice hickey. Where's that from? The fuck? I don't know. Like, I cared. My feelings were fucked. But I also didn't because I liked him, you know? I was just like, okay, well, I mean, we're not together. And I don't know. Like, what the fuck? But you're still, you cuddled with me, and yet afterwards you make out with somebody. Okay? Like, that's how it felt. It was like, okay. And you asked me on a second date, and you're gonna go with a hickey on your neck. I mean, at least he wasn't trying to hide it, but at least he didn't lie about it. But it's also like, I don't know. I guess we were 18, and that's what 18-year-olds do. I don't know. But, like, literally, that's what happened. And, like, I think it's actually that night we ended up cuddling. For real. Oh, I think I remember this. Yep. So that night, even though I was mad at him, I literally went to his house. And I think we watched anime together. Like, I think it was like Ergo Proxy or something. And, like, literally, what the flying fuck. Like, I was jealous, but I was like, okay, well, whatever, bitch. So I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Not that bitch, right? I don't know. Plus, we weren't together, so I was like, okay, well, whatever. So, like, literally, I don't know, we talked about it, and he told me he did it because, you know, he thought I wasn't interested in him or whatever, even though obviously I am because I'm going on dates with you. I guess it was because I didn't want to cuddle with him in bed. I don't know. Like, what the flying fuck? But anyway, apparently that's what it was. And, like, literally, it might have been because I was talking to Miles, too, at the same time. This was before I dated Miles. I was talking to him, and I told Elijah because I just told him. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to tell him because I think that's the right thing to do. So that's what I did. Hey, at least we had good communication. That's all I could say. But, like, literally, yeah, so that's what happened. And then, like, literally, when we cuddled, I'm going to tell you guys this, and then I'm probably going to end the video. So when we cuddled, it was like, I cuddled with him, and like all of a sudden I felt this sensation that I never felt in my whole life. I never even knew this was possible. Like, I thought that this wasn't possible. Like, it feels impossible that this can be happening when I touch somebody, but it is. So, like, I touched him, and it felt like stars colliding, and it felt like, magic, really. That's what it felt like. It felt like the universe was, like, one, I don't know. It was really weird and magical. Yeah. But that's what that felt like. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you ever feel like that about somebody and have these weird synchronicities, please don't get rid of them. Even if they make mistakes, bitch, we're all human, okay? And if you're 18, bitch, 18-year-olds are fucked up. Just deal with it, you know? So that's my that's my thoughts on the matter, and I don't know. I hope you guys got something out of this, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.